I remember leaving it. I was here for the weekend. I was living in Vermont, and I had come down to see a friend, and I left early Monday morning, and that's the day it hit. And the blizzard followed me up the interstate to Plymouth, Vermont, where I was living at the time. I was ahead of it, dry pavement the whole time. And when I got there, I parked my car, and the next morning the blizzard hit us. And my car was buried, as everything else was up there. In other words, Vermont got its normal component, but I was not inconvenienced by the affected Boston. I escaped it, as a matter of fact.
When you left, did you leave Boston because you knew it was coming?
No, I had to go back to work in Vermont. No, a totally secular reason. It had nothing to do with the blizzard. So.
I was living here. I worked for the Boston Stock Clearing. It was an office on State Street.
You said Boston Stock Clearing?
Stock Clearing, part of the stock exchange. And I think that all the companies, it was snowing all day, and all the companies in Boston agreed to let people go. So it was really bad when I went home, and the trains were crowded. And when I got home, I had to go up, it wasn't a big hill, but I had to go up this hill, and I felt like I was, Nanook of the North, because it was blowing so hard. And I did get home, and so I was okay, and we all got a week off. And the companies weren't going to pay people, so the people were going to go to unemployment. So they changed their mind and paid us.
What it was like is my father had to shovel out the front door for us to get out of the house. We had to go out a window and he shoveled out the storm door so we could get out. Which drifts about 6 feet high.
How long did it screw up your lives?
A few weeks. Everybody was on snowmobiles and stuff like that. A lot of places were closed. I liked it though. I was a kid,
Oh, when you're a kid, that's perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Made tunnels through the snow, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like a month long.
Where were you?
What? I was in Cambridge. I was about 10 years old.
So what was it like?
Well, for me, at 10, it was just like major tall mounds of snow, and school was off for about a month. Probably for other people, it was houses washed away.
I was in Somerville.
And what was it like?
I worked from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock that day and decided to leave my car home because I heard there was a storm coming. And when I had to leave work at 6:30 or 7 because the storm was really bearing down. And at that time the train didn't go all the way through Davis, it stopped at Harvard. Got the train back to Harvard and people just walked arm in arm up the Mass Ave trying to get home. Complete strangers. Then I didn't have to work for a week, and I had a Volkswagen Bug, and I couldn't find it on the street, so I'm standing on top of a car and digging it out, and dug out the wrong car. It was an extraordinary time. People couldn't go anywhere for 5 or 6 days. Stores didn't have food. And I'm lucky to be able to recount it. A lot of people don't remember it because they weren't here.
The huge piles of snow, you couldn't get outside. Like outside, I lived in a building in the South End and it was just huge piles of snow outside. I remember playing in the snow on top of the mountains.
Was school canceled for you?
School was canceled. It was canceled for quite a while actually, because you couldn't get around.